So I realize now why gifted people are so hated on and attacked. Just hated and attacked all the time. You know, um, I think the reason gifted people are attacked and hated on so much, I believe it has a lot to do with people feeling that they are non valid. People live in delusions about themselves, and then when they come across somebody that's gifted, their self worship starts to fall apart. Basically, the illusion of their level of giftedness or their level of skill, it start to not seem so strong. They start to feel like they are an imposter in the room with the gifted person. People start to feel like they have imposter syndrome when they're in the room of a gifted person. Some people think because they know the terminology of a craft that automatically makes them gifted. Like you can know what the craft do, but if you can't use the craft effectively and distinctively and naturally, then you're not gifted. It makes me think of that movie, The Menu. It's one of my favorite movies. It's called The Menu. And that guy was like naming all the different foods they was cooking, using to cook. But yet when they told him to cook, he couldn't cook. He wasn't that good at it, even though he knew all the foods and what they do. There's a lot of people that are hosting workshops and groups, and they do not know how to use the tools. They just because they think just because they got the dictionary and the resources that says how to use the tools, that they know how to use the tools and they're qualified to teach. And what happens is when they meet someone gifted, they realize they're not as qualified as they thought they were. They're not as qualified to teach as they thought. This is why as soon as you show some giftedness in your craft in these workshops, the hosts, they'll try not to call on you again. They'll try to reroute the workshop. They'll even try to ignore you. They'll try to like springboard off what you said, just to try to like make it seem like they knew no more. They knew what you knew, even though they don't know what you know. um, it's amazing. I can sense how some of the teachers get real irritated by gifted students. And it's like, why are you a teacher? A lot of people are not qualified to teach. They're not over their insecurities in the craft. They're not they're too insecure, okay, to even teach. And it's just wow, how so many people are teaching stuff, and as soon as somebody gifted show up, they become a totally different person. That's the difference between somebody who is chosen to do it and somebody that's trying to just do it because they think they can. People who's chosen to do it, we appreciate high quality work. We appreciate the work of gifted people because we are gifted too, because we do the work. See, I believe that some things don't go together. Gifted should stay with gifted, non gifted should stay with non gifted for the sake of the peace in the world. The problem is gifted people be hanging out with the non gifted and then problems occur. The gifted people, their work is stolen, or the non gifted people attack, threaten, hate, character assassinate. I can't begin to tell you how many people tried to assassinate my character on this channel the moment I showed I was gifted spiritually and in writing. Soon as I showed that on this channel, it was nothing but attacks after that. It amazes me how many people will join forces to attack other gifted people. It really amazes me, y'all. People stay saying my family is jealous of me. If you're gifted, most 90% of the people around you jealous of you. Family or not, friends, neighbor, most of them are. You better get used to being alone. Like the moment you reach gifted mastery level, you better be used to be just rolling solo. Don't even try to make no friends. Your days of making friends is over. Okay? Most people will latch on to you just to harvest your giftedness, just to copy you, just to and then character assassinate you and then go on like you. You can't trust nobody once you access gifted level. You can't trust no one. People are attention hogs, attention tricking, and they will use a gifted person in a minute. You know, I had somebody actually say, try to steal my artwork because they saw giftedness in it. Oh, I'm gonna take this and sell it. And I'm like, I've known this person for like 20 years, and they were telling me to my face they were gonna take my work. My own best friend that I was best friends with in high school was taking lines from my work without giving me credit. She was taking lines from my work that I read to her over the phone and putting it in her work and performing it out in these streets. And she's a so-called publisher doing it. And it's wild, you know? It's to the point now, y'all. It's like, look, once you reach almost master level, if the people weren't already there for you, don't be making them no friend. There is no making friends when you reach mastery. If the creator wanted you to have any friends, the creator would have gave you friends when you were climbing. Once you climb to mastery, no new friends. Like Drake say, no new friends, no new friends anymore. It's over. You made all the friends you're gonna make. Nope, y'all just roll on out. Okay, I got a lot of people researching my work, buying my book on the craft of poetry, on buying it off of these sites, off these illegal sites, going to these illegal sites and buying my book on the craft of poetry. But they won't buy my book on Amazon because they don't want me to get the money. But they want to buy my book on the craft of poetry because they want to learn how to do it like I do it. So all they care about is learning to do it how I do it, but they don't want me to succeed. You know, for the fact that this dude that stole my book on the craft of poetry was able to get hundreds of downloads in my book, and all those people knew my book was on Amazon. I'm sure when they Googled my book, they could see it was on Amazon. But they chose to go on a website and steal it. That just goes to show. That just goes to show. People are literally attention hogs and whores and tricks. They just want to get your giftedness. That's all. They just want to get the giftedness and they don't even care about putting no money in your life. I realize that now. I was optimistic before. I'm not about that. I now know a lot of people just want to try to figure out how you do it. They do not care about putting money into you. They don't care about donating to your giftedness. They don't care about buying your stuff. They just want to find a way to take it. And then the funny thing is, when they feel stressed out because it's hard trying to be you and your giftedness, then they throw in a towel and pretend like they never tried. They pretend like they never tried to try to figure your giftedness out. It's crazy how people are literally copying other people to a T just to try to take their osmosis. People are literally telling people, just copy someone exactly. Just copy, copy, copy. I'm like, you fake. If you got to copy somebody exactly, every little inch of how they do it, every little, from head to toe, from the beginning of the page to the end, you got to copy every single word and line. Fake. And people are like, just keep doing it until you do it naturally. So just keep on programming yourself to be like somebody else until you're them. That's what people are doing with gifted people. That's what they're doing. They're like, let me go look up your work. And they're just sitting there taking somebody's work apart, shape shifting into the work. And it's not just people doing it randomly, it's students doing it to other students in these online universities. Going into online universities, watching other students write their work on the screen, in the workshops, and then doing their homework, copying that person, and then turning their homework in as copying that person. And then mad when the teacher can tell that they copy somebody else's style that's in the same classroom. Y'all, it's crazy. Crazy, y'all. It's to the point where it's like this internet got just the internet is just infested with shapeshifters, infested with non-gifted people just trolling, trying to harvest gifted people's energy. It's like it's a pure infestation. And then some people don't even want to do the work to hear God to get help. All they saying, I'm meant to do what you do, but I'll just copy you to do it. Make that make sense, y'all. I'll copy you from head to toe to do it. No. There should be a limit to this copying. But people don't got no limit. Gifted people, we got so many copycats, it's disgusting. It's like people don't want to invent themselves. They don't want to go get the techniques and come up with their own style. They just want to be like, let me go out there and get it like somebody else is getting it from head to toe. No, it's crazy. I'm to the point where it's like, I'm ready to leave civilization altogether. What is the point? Like, what is the point of even participating socially in this world anymore? It's too much jealousy, hate, and envy, and copycatting and fakery. And I just don't want it around me anymore, y'all. I'm ready to just roll. I'm ready. I almost did it yesterday. I almost deleted YouTube on everything. I almost deleted Substack and was like, peace. I just want to be away from all these fake people. Everybody fake. A lot of people aren't doing the work, but want to talk about doing the work, want to talk about what they plan to do, but don't do it. Want to act like they don't see other people doing the work, want to pretend like they don't see other people succeeding, or because they're not. It's petty and it's fake. It's real, real petty. It's even going on in the spiritual world. Other spiritual people acting like they ain't watching each other, knowing damn well they are. Pretending like they don't visit each other's channels. On Substack, writers are pretending like they're not reading the work of other gifted writers or other of gifted writers. They're pretending like they don't see the work posted, being real fake. Even though I know, because if I'm seeing their post, they seeing mine. And it's like, oh, okay. They doing like this. They're reading it, and then out of jealousy, they're going right by it. Jealousy. It's too much for me, too. Somebody said the spiritual warfare is too much for me to post anything. It's gotten too much for me. It's got too much for me. My ascension level is extremely high. I'm done. I can't even ascend anymore. So I can't take this no more, y'all. I'm tired of getting on this internet and feeling like I got a bunch of elephants sitting on my head. I feel like when I get on this internet on these apps, I be feeling like George Floyd. I can't breathe, y'all. I be feeling like that. Like it's that strong with this negative energy. All that jealousy, competitive energy. I feel just like George Floyd when I get on these apps. I feel like I need a mask on to say I can't breathe, but I can breathe with this mask on. I need a full mask on. And it'd be like, I can breathe now. I can breathe now. I don't think I could post anymore. I had to pray real hard just to get on here today. I almost deleted my entire online life. I almost went to YouTube app and said all comments deleted. Delete. I almost did what that one dude did. That white dude did that. He had like 4 million subs on YouTube and 2 million on TikTok. And he said one day, I was reading his interview. He said he just got tired. It just got too heavy. He didn't even care about the money. He was just done. Just done with all the negativity. I'm tired of it. I can't take it no more. People pretending like they don't see other people getting it. Pretending. Like, oh, I don't want you to know I'm watching you and watching. Pretending like they're not getting help from you. Pretending like they're not learning from you. But it's mighty funny that as soon as you're about to drop your book, they drop their book, and then they say, I've been watching you for a year. And why didn't you say you was watching me when you was watching me? See, all this covert stuff. There's a couple subs that was covert, emailing me. Yeah, I do I do natal charts now, and I do this and do that, and it's like, okay, you've been watching me all this time, learning from me. All right, but you ain't want to say nothing because you want people to think that you didn't know me and didn't learn from me, and you basically chasing what you think I'm getting, and now you trying to email me so you could be up in my energy to see if you can find out what I know. A lot of people also is keeping in touch with gifted people just to pull tarots on them. People are real petty now. Some people are just trying to find an excuse to pull tarots on you. And that's why they want to be your friend after finding out that you're gifted. They find out what you got going on. They pull tarots, after talking to you, and they feel comfortable doing it because they're like, I'm allowed to pull tarots on my life. But their whole purpose of getting to know you is so they could be able to pull tarots on you. People are real petty. Somebody on this channel was doing it, and they don't even know that I know they're doing it. Because they don't even know that when people do their own tarots, they can see who's doing tarots on them. When somebody do their own tarots, they can see who's watching them. It comes out in the tarots. And it's like, okay. So I got these little low-key people. These water people in that water, low vibe, water energy doing tarots on me. All because we talked in the chat and they know my plans. Being all fake, y'all. Being all fake. And then I noticed some people, they only participate in the live videos when the views are going up. When on my videos, they always get high views. So it's like they pulling tarots. It's like they want to speak to me then. Oh, your views is, the tarots told me that you're going to have a breakthrough in money and views. So it's like, hi, Miss V. It's like, don't play games with me. Don't play. Where was you? Like that song. Where was you when we was getting high? Someday you will find me. high against the landslide in a champagne supernova. I love that song. Where was you when we were getting high? Someday you will find me. Some people be like, when you're climbing, I'm not there. But as soon as I see you climb, hi, I'm like, no, it's a champagne supernova right now, baby. I don't need you. I'm supernova right now. I don't need you now. Y'all, serious, man. It's really ridiculous. I remember when I had endless amount of videos going viral, like one after another, after another, after another. All of a sudden, people start talking to me on this channel. Hi, ooh, ah, and emailing me. What's up? Blah, 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 blah. And then as soon as my videos also go back up to like 5,000 or 3,000 views, it's like, hey, what's up, Miss V? It's like, don't be fake. Don't be fake. Like, oh, I'm trying to tap into your energy now so I can pull tarots. I can feel comfortable pulling tarots. No. That's why a lot of people talk to you. That's why a lot of people talk to you when you're making it. When you have a lot of success coming through, they're not talking to you because they for you. They talking to you so they can match your frequency. So they can get into your energy, y'all. So they can be able to pull cards on you. They can be able to pull cards, and their card readings will be accurate because they're talking to you while you're successful. That's why celebrities don't talk much to people. That's why. That one world famous dude that won an Oscar recently. What's his name? He's one of my favorite dudes. He's a world famous popular actor. He doesn't talk to nobody hardly. Like, even when you can ask him a question, he says like 2 words, and he does this. Because he already know people are too thirsty to be in his energy. People want to learn his personality. People want to learn his swag off camera. Because he's so good at acting. He's such authentic. He be like really into characters. He real good at getting into character. So he know that too many people trying to tap into his energy. So he don't want to talk to nobody. What's his name? I'm going to show y'all the perfect guy. He is the template for protecting your energy from these shapeshifters. What is the actor's name? Dick. Oppenheimer. He was in the movie The movie Oppenheimer. I think it's called Oppenheimer. Yeah, Oppenheimer. The actor that's in there. Okay. Cillian Murphy. Cillian Murphy is the epitome of I ain't doing nobody while I'm at the top. Dude be like, I ain't got nothing to say to nobody. He is my hero. That's why he always stays successful. Cillian Murphy. He is super private. He don't talk about his marriage. He don't talk about his acting and how he learned his lines. He don't talk about what he do. He don't care. You can say whatever you want to the man. The man will just be like, people be telling him, be like, they say he's the most boring date. I say, no, he ain't boring. He ain't trying to let people tap into his energy. Other actors be asking him on dates. Even male actors be like, yeah, let's do lunch. They said when they do lunch with him, he don't talk much. He talk very little. Because he already know they're only doing lunch with him because they know that he is gifted in acting. They trying to get in his energy. They're trying to get some of his tips and techniques, how he invokes his characters. They're trying to, trying to take his gifts. Cillian Murphy. I think he needs to do a workshop on being private and protecting your destiny. He needs to do a workshop on that. Because that man got an unbelievable unbelievable boundaries. Cillian Murphy, he was in Oppenheimer, 28 Days Later, um, Peak Blinders, a lot of movies, y'all. A lot. Batman Begins. Okay. The Dark Knight, Anna, Sunshine, Red Eye. He got an endless amount. His catalog is huge. But he been acting all this time, y'all. And it be like this. As soon as somebody say, people be like, they say he sigh every time people get in his business. Because he's like, get out of my business. I ain't got nothing to say. Every time somebody interviews Cillian Murphy and they be like, so what do you do to get in a character? He go, he will literally sigh and be like, I do what I do. He will not tell nobody, y'all. They are so thirsty. They are so thirsty for his interview. He was in Time too, the movie In Time and Anna. People are so thirsty for his energy. But as I said, that's what's going on now, y'all. You gotta do a Cillian Murphy on people. Just stare at people. As soon as they be like, as soon as you starting to get success and people be like, so what's going on? Be like, nothing. That's what Cillian Murphy do. He go, nothing. Okay. He is not playing about protection. Because it's like, if you was for my destiny, why didn't you show up sooner though? Like, if you was really for my success, why didn't the creator bring you in my life at the beginning or in the middle? Why you coming when I'm already a master? Like, why you coming when I'm already taking the leap? I didn't took the leap already. Why are you showing up now? Sounds like you've been watching me. It sounds like the devil had you watching me the whole time. That's what it sounds like. Don't forget who was there from the beginning and the middle. Once you get in third act, because we got 3 acts. Every story got 3 acts. Every life have 3 acts. When you get in the third chapter of your life, the last act of which some of y'all will often be when you get rich. Okay, a lot of people, they get rich in the third act. If they get rich in the first act of their destiny, if they don't protect their destiny, then by the third act they're poor. They can't do their destiny no more. Like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson didn't protect his destiny when it came in the first act of his life. Okay, that was what he did wrong. He should have stayed solo. He should have followed the Beatles. Okay. They tried to tell him, like, keep yourself distant, brah. Just work on your music. Don't be inviting people in your house. No kids either. But Michael Jackson, he did not follow the rules. All he had to do was stay with other grown-ups who knew how to mind their business. Okay? But he didn't do it. That's why in the second and third act of his life, he went broke. He went into debt. Now, for some of y'all, your destiny is fated to get successful in the last act of your life, like mine. Mine's is fated to get success in the last act. Okay, for some of y'all, if you have an old soul, normally your destiny will come after the age of 45. Normally your success will come after that. So, I hope y'all listening to me. So I'm giving y'all some free information here, spiritual information. If you have an old soul, your biggest wealth will normally come. Your biggest breakthroughs will normally come after 45. The early breakthroughs are just warming you up. It's just training. Okay? That means you need to go Cillian Murphy. Okay, on people. You need to be like, the last chapter of my life. I'm single. I'm good. I don't really got nothing to say. I don't talk about myself. I don't talk my business. I ain't making no friends. For real, because friends can spy on your energy. Every friend you got can spy on your energy. Once you be friends with somebody, their monitoring spirits is coming to your crib. Their monitoring spirits is going to run to your house, to their house, your house, to their house. Why y'all think some of y'all friends seem to be synchronized with y'all sometime? Why you think some of your friends always seem to know what you did before you told them? Why some of your friends will come up with your idea after your idea, or they'll have the same dream as you. Monitoring spirits is doing that, y'all. Once you decide you're going to go full throttle, you're going to do it all, you're going to sacrifice everything you got to sacrifice to go after your dreams, to get the biggest bags you're supposed to get, you do not make friends. You do not chat in the emails. You do not chat it up on the phone. There is none of that no more. It's over. Once you get down to the third act of your life and it's over 40, you done made all the friends you're supposed to make already. That's it. If you don't got no friends, if you ain't got no friends by then, you're not supposed to have no friends. That's what Michael Jackson needed to learn. That's what he needed to learn. This is why Cillian Murphy ain't about friendship. He ain't really about that. Like, he might go to lunch. Cillian Murphy might go on a lunch date briefly, but he don't talk much on lunch dates. Okay, only person he roll with is his wife. And nobody ever knows what him and his wife is doing. He don't talk about his wife. He don't talk about nothing. Okay? Once you get over 45, your life is nobody's business. Because no one's going to care about ripping you off. No one's going to say, oh, you're a gifted old lady. No one's not going to care. Okay? Actually, people are going to feel entitled to take your money because you're older. There is spiritual elder abuse. Do you know that? There is destiny elder abuse. Just like there is financial elder abuse. People will not care. People that's 20 years younger than you, they will not care ripping you off. This is the realest talk. If you are 30-something years old, save this video. If you are 30-something years old and you have not got success, big success coming through. If you're not having big breakthroughs like I'm having, even creatively or mentally, then you're probably fated to have it at my age. That means you need to start kicking some people out your life right now. If you're in your 30s and you're watching this video, start purging your life right now. So those people are not in your way in the third act of your life. Okay, get rid of them now. So you got all the space and open. Like, get rid of them now. Fake friends, toxic family members. Don't be sitting up there saying, well, I'm going to wait, eventually I am when I move. Nah, get rid of them now. Okay, whenever there's a chapter change, you will be in the in-between. And it's going to be rough. The in-between is rough. Purgatory is rough. But you're being tested. Are you going to invite other people to be in the purgatory with you? Because guess what they're going to do? They're going to pull you right back to the purgatory when you get out. As soon as you get out into the next chapter, you go to the next chapter to get the next abundance for that chapter. The people that you brought to the purgatory from the last chapter, they're going to try to pull you right back to the purgatory. Y'all, this video is the truth. This is why you don't go back to people who you dealt with from your first chapter. It's over. If they haven't contributed to your destiny in the first chapter, what are you doing with them in the second chapter? You already know they didn't bring nothing to the table in your destiny in the first chapter. If they didn't contribute to your life in the first chapter, all the way up to maybe in your late 20s, no, you don't go back to them. You don't go back to them. You don't know. No. If you told them what your hobbies are, your interests are, your passions and your dreams are, and they did not contribute, they are not supposed to be in your late 20, 30-year-old chapter. Doesn't matter who it is. And that includes your parents. I made the mistake and went back and let family members into my life in my second chapter. And you know what they did? They just milked me and used me. That's what they did. They just used me up. I was fighting all their battles. I was watching all their kids. I was running them around. I was driving them around. I was catering to them. So I spent at least 10 years of my second chapter not going after my dreams. See, I was supposed to leave them in the first chapter. Leave them where they are. Leave them in that old reality. You get 3 realities. And each reality is to grow you. So you can get to the last reality that is the ultimate reality. Okay? Your first 2 realities is shaping the reality that gets your blessings, to get your biggest blessings. So it's like once you get to the end of that second chapter, it's like do or die at that point with your destiny. You either take leaps and get rid of everything that is not for you, or you stay stuck. You're done. Unless you can live to be 100. That's real talk. Unless that's real talk. Unless the creator's going to plan to give you an honorary 4th chapter, because everybody ain't blessed with a 4th chapter. Okay? You gotta have everybody ain't blessed with that. Unless you can get blessed with a 4th chapter, 3rd chapter is it. Okay? Now you may be able to get a partial 4th chapter, where it's like, okay, you're 95 years old in another chapter. But that's very rare, y'all. That's very rare. That's very rare. Okay, you gotta work hard spiritually to earn that 4th chapter. Okay, it usually means that you wasn't fighting the changes and the obstacles and the transformations. You weren't fighting them in that last chapter. That means you did a whole lot of cleaning in that 3rd chapter. Y'all, my videos be the truth. That means you was cleaning up shop in that 3rd chapter. You didn't take no bull BS, and you didn't waste your time on nothing that was low vibe. You basically spent your last chapter in complete peace. That's why you made it to the 4th chapter. The bonus round. The bonus of the bonus. Okay, the 3rd chapter is now in a bonus round because people so trifling, they're not even living to their 80s now. People so trifling. So now in the 3rd chapter, God then said the 3rd chapter is a bonus round. The 4th chapter is the ultimate bonus. It's like Mario powering all the way up. That's what the 4th chapter is. The 4th chapter is Mario getting a bag of mushrooms. Y'all, I call it what it is. Yeah. That the 4th chapter now is like Mario is bigger than the game. You bigger than the game. You so bigger than the game that it's like optional to play the game. You ain't even gotta play the game no more. That's the 4th chapter. Okay. The 3rd chapter is, yeah, you know you big in the game. You know you're big in it. All right. But the 4th chapter is you didn't shrink yourself. See? You didn't shrink yourself. You kept going. Even when everybody told you to go ahead and sit and die. When everybody said, time's up, you're old and over the hill, stop chasing this dream, you kept on going. That's how you get to the 4th chapter. That's how you get to the 4th chapter. When everybody try to tell you it's time to retire, you go, what the hell? There ain't no retiring with my destiny. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? And you say, no, I'm not retiring. I'm trying to get to the 4th chapter. Period. For y'all 35 years old, your goal is to see who is left that has been supporting your dreams. If you 35 years old and you've been feeling like your dreams have been moving super slow, there's weight. You got some stuff in your boat that gotta go. Okay? Something's taking up space. And if you don't get rid of it at 35, your third chapter going to be screwed. You're screwed. I'm telling you no lie. You're not even going to be able to find a job out here. Because people that's dead weight, they take more than your dreams. They take your power. They take your life force. They take years off your life. And then I mean, you're not even employable. An employer don't want to hire you. Okay, then you end up being a beggar for real, y'all. You'll end up being a beggar. You'll end up living on these streets. Or you'll just be in the projects out here selling drugs and begging for food. Like, it'll go down like that, y'all. Your destiny and your dreams is your backup. That's your backup too. It's plan A and backup. It's when all else ain't giving you anything, you got something to sell. You need something to sell. And when you get in that third chapter, the creator is trying to fill up your pyramid with things to sell. When you in the second chapter, you're starting to find out what you're meant to sell. You're starting to figure out whether you can do it, whether you can sell this, who you are, blah, 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 blah. You know, because in the first chapter, you're like your mom and dad's little servant. You know, you're caught up in that me, my family, and I energy. But in the second chapter, you're like, no, maybe it ain't me, myself, and my family. Maybe it ain't me and family. Maybe it ain't. So you go out there, you make a bunch of friends, and then you say, wait a minute, hold up. They acting like family. They're acting as toxic as the family. So then you got to purge that. Okay, and you got to purge all the corruption and the fakery that people taught you to have. All the brainwashing that you got from your childhood and from your friends into adulthood. How society has brainwashed you too. You got to get rid of all of that. See, that takes up a lot of that second chapter. Takes up a lot. You're building character. You're building strength. You're developing a boss type of energy. And then by the third chapter, it's like, nope, time to get it. Time to get it. That's it. I'm just getting it now. I'm just getting it. I'm just getting it. I'm just stacking my skill set. I'm just stacking my gifts. I'm just stacking my productivity. It's stack, 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 stack. Okay, for example, Charles Bukowski. He definitely was fated to get success after his 40s. He was supposed to be successful. I looked into his chart. The problem with Charles Bukowski is that he went back. See, that's what he did wrong. That's what he did wrong. He started going back to the outdoor energy he was in when he first started writing. Instead of just being with his woman and writing and hanging out with that one friend, because he had that one friend who was a publisher. No, he started hanging out with all type of low vibrational celebrities. You know, they were sucking on his energy. He was hanging out in the bars all the time. Before that, he was just going home with his alcohol. Okay? But in the very beginning, he was hanging out in the bars. He went back to some of the first chapter energy. And that made him not do the part he needed to do in his third chapter, which was health. He needed to take care of his health. If he had been getting regular checkups, if he had been taking care of his health, he would have found out that he had early signs of leukemia. I don't know why people don't ever talk about this, but some genetic diseases can be triggered, partially activated from your life choices. All he had to do was just stick to what he did in the second chapter. Just stick with it. No hoes out in these streets, no bar fights, no low vibrational celebrities sucking on his energy. All he had to do was stick with that woman he was with, who was like his secretary and his lover, and that one best friend, and he would have been good. He would have been good. Got his checkups, called it a day. What?
I just got to text my glasses already.
Okay.
You want to come with me?
No, I want to see you. I want to be surprised when I see him. Okay, I want to see you walk in with him like I did with mine. You okay? All right. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. Oh, that's nice. It's good to hear you taking care of your eyes. Can't wait to see you walk in with them. Oh, I like to hear when people get their, get blessed or they get the things they want. That makes me smile. That makes me happy because it's like that's just like to me. It just makes me feel like that people can get what they need to. I know that I am lucky to always have what I need. It's fated in my chart, but it's like I like to hear that other people will too. You know that other people got the universe working for them as well. But anyway, as I was saying, people are people need to realize, okay, that people need to actually people just need to mind their own business. That's it. A lot of times people will find success if they just mind their own business. Mind their own business and stay on the path. When the scripture numbers say stay on the path, you stay on the path. I don't know why humans are so hard-headed about that. Like, why do we keep testing God? Like, people need to stop testing God. Like, let me see if it's what. Oh, shut up. You saw the scripture number that says stay on it, stay on it. For real. The scripture number say you made the right decision. Here's what get me. If a lot of Christians say they believe in God, how come they ain't staying on the path? So many Christians are always throwing in Christian scripture numbers. But I know they see scripture numbers as well that tell them to stay on the path. But they're not staying on it because some of them are being toxic. And it's like, no, if you were on the path of your destiny, you would not be disrespecting me. You're not even interested in disrespecting people when you're staying on the path the way you're supposed to stay on it. Like, for real, that's like the realest talk, y'all. People just need to stop testing God and just honor the scripture number. Okay? Just straight up honor it. When your scripture numbers be like saying, yeah, the creator's proud of you, you're going to get gifted, you're going to get rewards, success is coming, go ahead and write down what you did and just keep on doing it. Like, it's just that simple. It's just that simple. Just go ahead and be like, okay, what was I doing? What was I thinking? And then, I was doing, okay, I'm going to keep on doing it. Stay on the path is also stay with the plan. When God says stay on the plan, he's saying, when God says stay on the path, God is saying stick to the plan. Y'all, that's real talk. I had to get up in some of y'all face with that. It means whatever plan that you didn't put into action, just stay doing it. Just keep doing it. Whatever you was deciding to do, yeah, I'm going to submit this work. Yeah, I'm going to publish this. Or guess what? Your time going to run out. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have to wait until that energy, that spiritual window come right back around where you're allowed to take that action and get successful. Like for some of y'all, this is the year. Okay, if you had plans for law of attraction and big success, big wins, win after win after win, this is it. Fire horse year, this is it. Don't be bumping heads. Don't be trying to bump other people out their lane. If you get down, Flake. If you're in that energy where you're trying to you're just trying to be the winner, nope. If you don't care knocking people off the side, or you just following somebody because you see they're going to be a winner, the creator going to knock you right on back to the end of the line. Serious, y'all. There's people jumping in halfway to the finish line saying, yeah, I'm with you. No, please. If you was watching me already, you ain't with me. That's why I told some family members, I said, when my big success come through, because I'm in the best act of my life right now. This is top of the night for me. I told them when my big money and my big success come through, They all got to work for it. I ain't giving no free money away. My sister was like, "Why would you do that with your own family?" Because y'all jumping in the line now. Y'all knew what I was trying to do. Y'all knew what I was into, but y'all manage your own business. Y'all never offered no help. Y'all never called. Y'all never tried to help me. Nope. Now y'all got to work for it like everybody else. No free money. Nope. My sister was like, I would give free money to my family. No. Mm-mm. Whatever y'all say y'all into, I support. Whatever I say I'm into, y'all don't support. Y'all ain't gonna sit up there and say y'all into it now all because y'all doing tarot card readings. Because my family is into tarot. They all into it. You know, my grandmother was into it. A lot of them was in the deviation. Don't be sitting up there all up in my business. And now y'all want to call me, ringing my phone off the hook this year. No, go ahead and kick rocks. Nope. Nope. Families stay going to psychics about each other. And as soon as they find that oh, the psychic said you're going to have success, then it's how you doing? No. No, where you been, mother effer? Where you been? That's what I gotta say. Where you been? Next time somebody be like, "How you doing? I ain't seen you and talked to you in a few years." I'm gonna be like, "Where you been? You ain't been here, so why you talking to me now?" Serious. Family is the main people that's going to psychics about your money. They the main people doing it. They the main people. That's why I'm not talking to family. I'm keeping my distance from family. The third chapter of my life. So they can always sit there and wonder if their little tarots and psychic and seers and their cards is right. Now I'm good. Y'all better be in that energy too. Cause then y'all ever notice every time they starting to get money, every time family start to get money, they don't call you. They're unreachable. They're unreachable. Even though you know you was helping them, building them up and all that. But they don't contact you. Will your scripture number say stick to the plan? That's trying to tell you money. The creator wants you to get rich. That's the only reason why the creator would tell you to stick to the plan. Is so that you can be well taken care of. That's it. In every single way, well taken care of. My scripture number showed me a quote. It said, some people are it's better to be great than famous. It's better to be chosen to be great than famous. See, greatness has a legacy. Famous don't have a legacy. Famous, you could be you could do anything to get famous. You could trick your way to get famous. But greatness means you made a name for yourself, you're taken care of, plus you're respectable. My scripture number showed me a quote that said, what I'm doing is going to be respectable. What I'm doing is making a real impact on people's lives. It's not just entertaining. I'm not an entertainer. That's famous people, entertainers. Like Malcolm X talk about. Malcolm X said football and singing and some of that's entertainment. But people that do literature and people that guide spiritually and people that help people with spiritual breakthroughs, that's not entertainment. That's greatness. Okay, that's greatness. If you're singing to heal people, okay, that's greatness. But if you're singing just to sing, no. If the whole purpose of you writing poetry or doing something creative is so that you can give somebody a taste of freedom, you can bring people back to loving their imagination, you can get people to dream again, then greatness, then the creator will choose you for a legacy of greatness. It's the reason behind why you're doing it. The creator's not going to let you stick with a plan and give you a scripture to stick with a plan when the reason why you're doing it is not respectable. See? if you still do it and it's not respectable, then you may still get some money, but the universe will fight back. Okay? Some of y'all need to go watch that series 1163 about JFK, John F. Kennedy. That movie is true. Okay? When you try to get something you're not supposed to have, and you try to do something in that reality you're not supposed to do, the creator will trigger the metaphysical energy to go against you, to stop you. Okay? But if that's not happening, and you check your scriptures, you will see it's because you are doing what you're supposed to do. All right? When people say you can't change the past, it's true. When you take people back from your past that you didn't got rid of, or they who got rid of you, you're trying to change the past. You can't do it. The universe is going to punish you because it gave you that experience as a lesson, and you're not valuing the lesson if you're trying to change it. Y'all, this is deep. This is why whatever you learned from your first chapter, whatever you've been through, leave it there. The only way you can use it is to teach and guide, but you cannot involve yourself in it again. Okay? I mean, you can't go to the old bars. You can't go to the old friends. You can't go to the old you. You will be punished energetically and spiritually by this universe. This is the realest talk. I tried to go back to family from my 20s who was freezing me out, stonewalling me. It was a lesson. I was supposed to learn how to not be codependent, how to not let myself be manipulated and controlled by these narcissistic family members. But my hard-headed butt went back. I let them come back. And you know what happened? I missed opportunities for writing. I had a massive creative block for like weeks. I started craving. I started putting the weight back on. My weight started inching up. I started shouting and yelling a lot. I was toxic to myself. This is real talk, y'all. Within months after being around them for a couple holidays, I was 50 pounds heavier. I even stopped taking care of myself. See, the universe did not protect me from me. That is how it punished me. And I started letting other things from my past back in. It was toxic. See, toxic attracts toxic. Toxic attracts toxic. So what ended up happening, because I became so toxic to myself in response to them being toxic to me when they should have been left in the past, I started attracting other toxic people from my past. And before I know it, I'm in a more toxic version of my past. It's worse. See what I'm saying? And that was the universe punishing me. Where every little thing that went wrong in my past, now it was going wrong worse. It was happening worse to me. Y'all need to go watch that series 11. I had my sister watch it. She was like, "Woo, I got a wake up call from that." She said, "Woo, that gave me the chills." She said this series gave her a chill. She said it has changed her. That one series changed my entire life. The series is called 11/16/63 or something. It's based upon assassination of JFK. Okay. No, you cannot change the past. You will be punished. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Y'all see what happened in The Great Gatsby? Y'all see? He thought he could change the past, where he could redo the past and him and her together. Y'all see how it blew up in his face. No, you cannot. The universe will go against you. It didn't do all that work to get you to move on for you to go back. No, hell no. It didn't brought you new people, new energy, and now you're gonna throw all you're gonna dismiss that and go. No. If those people were supposed to be in your future, they would be. If those people from your past and those activities were supposed to be in your second chapter, they would have went all the way to your second chapter. They wouldn't have did a disappearing act. They was put in purgatory for a reason. So they can get the F away for you. So they could go on in a different direction as well. That's why they were put in purgatory. Y'all, Sekhet is in the house. I'm the angel of Sekhet in Anubis. That's who I'm supposed to be in this life. So when I teach y'all something like this, take this seriously. I'm an angel of transformation. So when I tell y'all something like this, take this seriously. Some of y'all say I'm fighting with the transformation is because you keep on thinking you could bring something back to this, and that's why you in struggle energy with your transformation. Okay, this is why you can't resist reacting to toxicity, because most of your reality, you didn't made it to be like your past, and you done with that. You built for a different reality at this point. This is why now I don't do YouTube. I don't do this channel. I'm gonna put this person in timeout because I don't like false information being given out. I don't care about perspective. And your perspective is not better than God's perspective. You could have changed your perspective all the way, and God's going to change it right on back. Okay, those people were in your life to learn something from you too. And once they learn it, they got to move on. There's nothing more for y'all to learn from each other. There's nothing more. You got everything you're supposed to get from them, which is why they're not in the next chapter of your life. They would have been compelled by God to follow you peacefully and respectfully, but they weren't because they weren't meant to. Soon as you go back to them and you got all this development, they're gonna consider you to be toxic. I got family members right now who consider me to be not giving a damn. I'm an empty person. I'm detached. Of course they're going to feel that way because they remember me being the most catering, codependent, people-pleasing woman they ever met. But because I am now the complete opposite due to the changeover act 2, my growth, now I am toxic to them because I'm useless to them. I'm useless to them. This ain't the me I am now, and it's not working for them. Y'all. Oh, thank you very much. That's why I bought these glasses. Y'all, I got some other glasses. Y'all want to see my other glasses? Y'all, I got to show off a bit, y'all. Y'all know I don't brag about my stuff too much, so don't y'all be sitting up there saying, Miss V, you bragging. I don't be bragging too much about my stuff. I'm allowed to show off my nice stuff. Let me show y'all my other pair of glasses while I put my cell phone on here. Y'all better start realizing if somebody don't follow you, even though you in growth and growing, they didn't took everything they supposed to get from you. The creator has let them think negative about you. Don't be fooled. Sometimes people are allowed to think false negatives about you because the creator want them gone. The creator want them to trip over their own tongue and remove thyself from your life. Y'all. And if you go back to people from your past who didn't give a damn about you, that means that the creator will start to think what you did was to prove something to them. Why are you trying to prove something to them? You need to prove something to God. You need to prove to God that you understand the assignment. That you know your assignment come before everybody. You're trying to prove that. You're trying to prove that to God. That's why we in a situation. We was worshiping people. We was worshiping false things. We was worshiping products. We didn't understand the assignment was more important. That if we got to, when God say risk your life in the name of him, he literally means that, y'all. He means I'm not talking about like killing yourself. I don't want that. Don't do that. I'm talking about risk your life what you have been trained to believe is life. The usual thing, family, friends. Okay, that came. These people that was there. Who are these people? I didn't pick y'all. Okay, I'm serious. Like one day I said, who the hell is these people? I didn't even choose these people. Just because I chose this wound don't mean I chose these people. Mom didn't have to have these people around me. She didn't even ask me if I want these people around me. Like that's so wild when I think about that. That our parents had their friends around us without our permission. That they had other family members around us without our permission. It's like I chose you, you chose me, but I didn't choose them. You chose them, but I don't gotta be around them. But our family was like, yes, you do. Believe it or not, your family even chose your friends. They chose your friends for you. They told you what friendship is, who should be your friend, who should. Y'all, it's wild. Be done with it. Throw it away. That was the ignorant chapter. That was you learning how to speak up for yourself. The first chapter is like, you know, you learning how to hear yourself more than everybody else. Everybody. Shoot. Maybe in your first chapter, maybe you was a little hoish, maybe you was a little loose, maybe you was a little bit wild, you turned up a little bit too much, you was for the streets. All those people that you dealt with, that's how they know you. And that's how they liked you. That's why they roll with you. But that ain't you no more. That ain't you no more. And they're not going to like it. They're not going to like it. As a matter of fact, they're gonna feel like they don't got no control over you no more. How come you ain't the hoe that I chose? Like what's you gonna look? They're gonna look at you like you're looking down on them because suddenly you don't want to be like them. You don't want to do what they do, so you can't go back to them. Okay. The first chapter and the second chapter is normally for you to get all the sinning out. You didn't got all the sinning out. Okay, you didn't got all the sinning, the ignorance, the disrespect, the corruption, the foolishness that you that you got it all out your system. Now once you over 40, okay, it's closing out. It's either I better go ahead and crack the whip and get it, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, or I might as well just be out here a beggar. Why y'all think Serena Williams went so hard in her 30s and 40s? Why do you think she went so hard? Y'all think she was just going hard because she liked tennis? No, she knew this is it. Top of the ninth. That, with this specific destiny, I better go. If I'm going to use my body in it, I better go all in now. I better go all in. With writers, we got a little bit longer. We got till maybe about 90 at the longest. If we ain't dealing with a lot of abuse. If we ain't dealing with a lot of abuse. If we ain't doing stuff from our past, toxic stuff before we became a writer. Hi, everybody. Here's my other pair of glasses. There's the other pair. So the eye doctor, the other eye specialist, she picked these out for me. Let's see. Y'all, these glasses these glasses is half of my rent money. If it wasn't for the fact that I got them on discount, I would have paid half a rent for these. $1,000. These glasses would have been $500. Even though these are first and second rack glasses. So these I think was on the second rack on sale. So these are red tag glasses. What I mean by red tag glasses is these were on sale. Okay? Meaning they was half off. They were about half off. So I got lucky. I got the glasses half off and I ended up getting I got the frames half off and I ended up getting the glasses, the actual prescription. My prescription is really, really strong. And I know y'all think, oh, these are just regular glasses. No, these are progressive. I know some of y'all like, she got progressives? Where you get that? Where you get that kind of money from? I put my eyes before the lies, y'all. I put my eyeballs. I need my eyeballs for writing. Your eyes are very important for a writer's destiny. I will spend my last dime on some glasses. If I can't see, I can't write. If I can't see, I can't connect to God, y'all. That's the truth. So, and I bought my husband some. He got his first 2 pairs of progressives. He was like, "Oh, they too expensive. That's half of rent money." I said, "I got half on it." He was like, "What?" When I told him I would pay half on this progressive lens, he turned around. Turned around and looked over at me. I said, I said, "Happy Father's Day." He was like, "Really? You gonna give me half on my progressive lens?" I was like, "Yep. Happy Father's Day." I was like, "I don't want you getting some ugly glasses either. Get the glasses that you want." I said, "Get everything scratch proof." I tricked his glasses out, y'all. He got lens flare protection, scratch proof, everything. He was like, "That's an extra 300." I was like, "Here." He was like, "That's $400 you gave me." He said, "That's like triple than what I'm paying on them. What I'm putting in." I was like, "Go get your glasses, baby." Period. These are my spears. Y'all see how I'm gentle with them. Yeah. So he likes the wire frames, y'all. He got wire frames. I told him, I was like, "You can get the second or the third row." He was like, I want the wire frames." He said he don't want all this fancy smancy. He said he don't want the fancy smancy one. So he got wire frames. I got an old soul, so I got old fashioned glasses. See, you gotta stay in alignment, y'all. Y'all gotta stay in alignment. You know, when I redid my clothing wardrobe, I got old fashioned clothes because of old fashioned soul. You gotta dress to your metaphysical self in order to tap into your power like you want to. That's right down to the colors you wear. Okay. So I got progressive, y'all. I'm not trying to see no lines. I'm in the last chapter of my life. It's either I have the best or I don't. I'm good. You can keep it. I'm too old to be sitting up there like, oh, I'll just have one glasses for reading. No. Okay. I just can't take nobody to the grave with me. So it's like, why am I going to give money to people? I might as well put my money into myself and my dreams. Ain't nobody going to hop in the grave with me. Ain't nobody going to go blind with me. If I tell people I'm going blind, you going to go blind with me? They going to go, no. So I might as well put my money into my eyes and pay for my glasses. Hi, everybody. Somebody said, "I got you." That's because you need to get them old-fashioned glasses like you want, baby. I got that Malcolm X type of energy, so that's what I got. I got that 70s energy, 70s and back, baby. 70s and back. 80s and back at the latest. So that's what I did. Y'all know these are some 80s glasses. How many of y'all remember these glasses from the 80s? These ones. Soon as I saw them, I was like, oh my gosh. These are from the 80s and the 90s. I was like, yo, I remember these glasses. Now they're fashionable. But when people were wearing them in the 90s and 80s, people were like, ew, this is ugly. Now it's like they in fashion, y'all. If you wore glasses with the thick and they were pink or purple, people would be like, that's 80s. It's like, you damn straight. That's the generation. That's the generation I grew up in as a preteen, and that's why I got those glasses. I'm keeping it legit. I was born in the 70s. Okay. I love everything about the 60s. I like the 60s and the 70s. So that's why I got these. All right. But as I was saying, y'all, watch that series, y'all. If y'all want to watch a good series, what's the name of that series? 11/16/63. And watch it. It's a reenactment of this guy. He's able to go back in time. He can time travel. And he's trying to go back in time to change the past. But the guy told him that the universe will fight back. It doesn't like anything, it doesn't like you to change what it has decided on. And if you do manage to change it, you're going to end up not liking it anyway. So y'all, you're gonna be like, this is. See, here's the thing: we don't know what's best for us. God and the universe knows what's best. We don't. We just think we do. We think we're right when we try to change the past. When we think and go back, we think we're right, but we're not. Every time I tried to go back, it didn't work out, y'all. It blew up in my face every time. Cause here's the thing: the people from your past, they are changing too. They changed. They changed, and maybe you wanted them to be a certain way while you were becoming a certain way, but they didn't. But now they are that kind of way, but they're not matching who you are now. So you go back to the people and you're like, finally, you know, you're who I wanted, who I should have. But they're like, but you're not who I want. See? Y'all. If I went back to my kindergarten best friend that I was friends with all the way up to 18, she would not like who I am. Okay? Because I was just somebody that just stayed quiet and hung on her every word and always let her not make plans with me. We always did things on her terms. Everything was at the last minute with her. Um, it was always me trying to make her feel comfortable no matter what I wanted. I'm not that person anymore, y'all. I'm not. I'm not, y'all. And she's probably more demanding of that energy because that's naturally how she is. And me and her would get into fights. We'd be arguing every day. Nope. See, the people that is meant to be in the second and third chapter of your life is the people that grew with you almost every single day. Okay? They was helping you grow, you was helping them grow. That's it, y'all. That's it. And sometimes even if they grow, the way they grow and ain't for you. See? You may still be just clinging on to them because you're hoping that they'll be the person they used to be. I got somebody I know who I was clinging on to because I thought they would be the person they used to be, who I chose as a friend and a companion. Only a companion, y'all, not everything else. But what ended up happening was they became more of a recluse while I became more of who I was, who I really was. I became more of an adventure person, someone that likes to travel. They became more of who they were, a recluse. So they became less and less and less of what I wanted. And when I tried to renew the friendship with them, they felt like an anchor on me. Okay. And all the endless talking they would do about themselves, I found it very annoying now. And all the drama, drunken dramaness of people, they didn't mind a bunch of drunks around them. I found that irritating. Okay. The way they never let me speak and hardly they always have to have the last word. I said, you know what? This ain't gonna work. Okay. I said North Carolina. My daughter brought this for me from North Carolina, y'all. My daughter's first vacation, her first drive, she took a leap. I talked my daughter into it. Now, recently, my daughter broke up with her boyfriend, and she's going into the second chapter of her life. And my daughter broke up with her boyfriend. You know what she said? Because she's very spiritual, and I raised her spiritual. You know what she said? She said, "That's life, Mom. Some people can't go with you. Some people," she said, "I just feel like I outgrown them. Out, you know." I said, "I know what you're talking about." See, when she was young, she was living in fear and anxiety. And that's why them two, they fit together. But now she's not living for, she's independent. She is bold. She travels. She takes leaps. She's in her destiny energy. Because I did her chart. She's in her destiny energy. And she's realizing now the guy that was in the first chapter of her life, he was not for her destiny. He wasn't. He was just for character and mental health lessons that she had to learn. Okay? She had to learn how to not be emotionally codependent on people. And he taught her that. He taught her the importance of having a voice and living on your own terms and making your own rules and not being manipulated and controlled. He taught her the importance of not wasting your time. Okay? And investments as well. He was a bad investment as well. Okay? So, you know, she wanted more. She wanted bigger. He didn't. See what I'm saying? So she said, no, 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 no. You know, I'm good. She wanted land. He didn't care about land. She wanted to actually live and do lots of things he didn't want to. He was living in fear. You know, conspiracy theories and stuff. He didn't want to believe in spiritualism and God and energy. She's into spiritual stuff. He's not. She's into creative stuff. He ain't. See what I'm saying? But your first chapter and your second chapter is for you to learn what's really important to you, what's really worth your time. And then you get that last 30 years to make it all count. Okay? And that means the last 30 years you got to protect it. You got to you got to protect it. You got to be like, you know, no wasting my time. No. You got to be ruthless with cutting off things for wasting your time. You cannot be nice about it. You cannot be sweet and polite. It's the last chapter of your life. Everything gets a hang-up call. It just gets a dial tone. That's it. Every minute of your life in the last chapter, every minute of your life count. Every minute is precious. And I really hope a lot of people will think about that. Okay? Chapters close faster than you know they're closing. I swear I was just at taking my daughter to daycare, and now I have a fully grown daughter halfway to 30. And I swear to goodness, it feels like just yesterday I was taking her to the daycare. That's just how fast chapters close. But they close so fast when all you're doing is running and hiding and chasing. They close even faster then. Even faster. Running, hiding, chasing, always waiting, always just praying. The chapters close so fast. You say, I don't know where they went. Where did they go? You need something to really show in the last chapter of your life, so you will not say, where did the chapter go? You'll know where it went. You say, I got something to really show that's beyond just being a mom, a dad, and a boo, and a booty. I got something more to show than just slavery. I got something that came from inside of me. The evidence is here. I'm looking over on the bookshelf and I see 3 rows of my books on that shelf. I know that at that point it was a life well lived, that the first 2 chapters wasn't wasted. The first 2 chapters wasn't wasted. They're right there on my bookshelf in my books. The first 2 chapters wasn't wasted. I took everything from it and got rich. I took everything from it and got what everybody owes me, what this world owes me. When I went through struggles, I was shopping. I didn't even know I was shopping when I was going through struggles. I didn't know. I didn't know at the time. I was saying life stinks, life sucks. Life stinks, but it's richy. It's worth it. Life stinks, but it has lots of money to give me. The stinkiness has lots of money to give me. And you say, I know, because in my 3rd year, all I'm doing is getting what's owed to me for what I went through. I need paid for what I went through. I was cheated on, abused, beat up, battered, and bruised. I need paid for it. I can't keep on running and distracting myself and hiding and ducking and all that. I can't keep on doing that. I need to get what I'm supposed to get from it. Why else would I have gone through this? If the creator say everything I put you through is for your best interest, prove it, God. You gonna prove it in that 3rd chapter. Because I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go shopping in the 1st chapter. I'm gonna shop from the 1st and the 2nd chapter, and I'm gonna say, now God, prove it. You say all that stuff I've been through in the 1st and 2nd chapter was for my personal growth, fine. Fine, prove it. Tell your parents to prove it. Oh, you went through that in your 20s and 30s to grow you up. Okay, prove it. I want you to invest in everything that I'm using from that time for success. I want to see you invest in it. Y'all know I be saying some raw stuff. Oh, you went through that bad relationship in your 20s for personal growth. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to write me a whole story about that, and I want to see you invest in it. Y'all, straight up. Hi, everybody. That's exactly the energy. See, I go to the past. I go to the past to get resources. That's why I go there. I go to the past to get inspiration and motivation. If I don't feel motivated, the past will motivate me. It will y'all. Woo, child. If I want motivation for growth, all I gotta do is look back on the past. Praise God. I need some motivation today. I need some motivation today to get some work done, to work on the work. I'm not working on the book. I'm working on the work. That's what I'm doing. The book will come. My whole chapter is a book. This whole damn life, this whole damn chapter is one of the biggest books. This is the last chapter of my life. This is a hefty book I'm writing. I'm in the last chapter of my life. This last chapter is about 3-4 books. Because I'm taking from the past, the last past, the present, and the future. I'm shopping in all of them in my last chapter. I'm just going to all the stores of my life and shopping. And I'm shopping for free. Because I ain't there no more. Only thing that's not free right now is the time now. This ain't free. But the past is free. You can go there and get whatever you want. Like, even in your imagination. Just start thinking about it. It's free. It's free. And I know y'all say, but it ain't free with how I feel. If you say you're shopping from it to get money, then it's free. If you're shopping from it to destroy yourself, then it's not free. Those first 2 chapters is nothing but a vote of money. That's what they are. Okay, if you can see them in your metaphysical space, all they are grocery stores. Your first chapter, your second chapter is grocery stores. And your third chapter, you start telling people, you trying to go back. If I go back there, I'm going to go get some ideas. That's the only way I'm going to go back to the ghetto. I ain't going to the ghetto to be the ghetto again. I'm going back to the ghetto to get some ghetto ideas. That's where I'm going. I'm not going back to the ghetto. I'm not going back to the ghetto so I can be influenced by the ghetto. I'm going back to the ghetto so I can learn about the ghetto, so I can do something. I can create something that's ghetto so I can get money. Okay. Your third chapter is about business. That's earth energy. That's fire energy. It's either you be about business or you go up in the desert and die like some broken down, abandoned line that don't nobody want, don't nobody respect. You're gonna be like Scar. You treat the last chapter about business, or you can go ahead and be like Scar and hang out with hyenas from the Lion King. Okay? Serious, y'all. Scar didn't do no work. That's why he didn't have nobody on his side. All he had was ghetto people, other beggars. Y'all. Serious, you said this whole title called you. The third chapter is about, I'm all about my gifts. I didn't have plenty of booty. I didn't seen a lot of booty. I didn't seen it twerking on TikTok. I seen it on Facebook. I seen it on YouTube. I didn't felt it, smelt it, dealt it, and walked by my face. I didn't seen contour butt. I didn't seen BBL from head to toe. BBL heads, BBL everything. I didn't seen it all. I didn't seen it all. Okay. I've been flashed a lot. I haven't been flashed money a lot. That's the problem. That's the problem. I need more money dangled at me. Like, here, take this money. I ain't got that enough. I got a lot of booty. A lot of ding dongs flashed at me with these tight sweatpants these women are wearing. Flashing ding dongs. That's still flashing. Some of y'all men wearing these tight gray sweatpants, y'all flashing. Low key flashing. Low key flashing. I done seen it all. I'm done. I ain't go to the ghetto to get twerking. I don't need to do that. I got the internet. If I want to be messy and trifling one day, I can go right on the internet and see it all for free without having to buy drinks, nothing. So when I go to the ghetto, it's for me to get inspiration. That's how I'm going. Matter of fact, if I date, you ain't nothing but a muse, baby. When people, why you dating me? I'm dating for inspiration. I'm dating for content. I'm listening to you tell your stories and run your mouth so I can find a way to get money. That's why I'm listening to you. I'm not listening to you for companion. I didn't have enough companionships. I had enough companionships to last me till even when I come back, even if I'm born again, I'll still feel like I had too many companionships. I could die right now and be reborn. And I'll be a little teenager talking about, I don't need no companion, mom. My mom will be like, you're only 16 years old, born again. What you mean you don't want no girlfriend or boyfriend? I'll be like, because I ain't had plenty. I already lived 90 years already, ma. I feel like I had dated already. How many of y'all felt like that? Let's keep it real. Anybody that's fated to get success and wealth, y'all know darn well when y'all was a teenager, you were like, I don't think I could take any more booty. Like, I know some of y'all was like, as soon as y'all started having sex, y'all was like, I'm already done with this. I'm 25, already done with this. You felt like, that's how I felt. That's how I felt, y'all. I was 25 years old, like, I even told my mom, I said, I think I should have became a nun. My mom was like, what you talking about? I said, Mom, I think I should have became a nun, Mom. I didn't did this too much already. My mom was like, you're only in your 20s talking about nun stuff. I started to tell her, no, I'm 300 years old, Mom. I'm 300 years old. I didn't have 300 years. I didn't have at least 200 years of booty. I'm good. I'm good, Mom. I'm good. I came in this world already for my third chapter. I was 25 years old, ready for 60-year-old energy. Like, where it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? That's how I felt. I was 25 years old, like, well, it's time to be 60. Done with menopause and everything. I was 25 years old, like, already feeling like I've been through menopause, y'all. I'm dead serious, y'all. When I started going through premenopause, I was like, this again? I was like, why do I feel like I've been going through this 100 years? Even the doctor was like, I'm overreacting. I was like, nah, I'm not overreacting. The doctor was making me, I thought I was overreacted by the hot flashes. I said, I'm not overreacting from the hot flashes. I've been ready for this third chapter for like all my life. Like that's all my life. I waited for someone like you. I've been waiting for my old self for 200 years. Some of y'all say, oh, getting old suck. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. People leave you alone. It's a lot more peaceful being old. Serious. Only thing you got to worry about is people asking you for stuff. That's it. You don't got to worry about competition. You ain't got to worry about somebody hating all the time. You ain't got to worry about somebody thinking you want their booty. You look at them like, why you want me to, when you see how old I am? Quit playing with me. When men flex, you be like, psh, go on, get up out of here. That's what you do. You be like, I don't want that. All the things that was wasting your time, that you was waking up thinking about and chasing, you ain't in that energy no more. The mornings are very quiet. They are so quiet, y'all. You wake up and be like, wow, it's pretty quiet in my brain. This is a quiet head. You're in energy. I gotta rush to work. I gotta pay bills for my child. I gotta take care of this person. I gotta do this. You don't care about no car note. You do not care about spending money on no date. You don't care about earning somebody's booty. You don't care about earning some old random dude's money. You don't care about keeping up with the Joneses, the Kardashians, the dirty and flirty. You don't care about none of that. You don't care about being the most popular girl in the neighborhood or high school or in the club or in the bar. At the holiday party, you don't give a damn. You want to sit down and eat your food on the patio at the holiday party and let everybody talk about their business and you mind yours. You get real good at minding your business, minding your own peace. So it ain't nothing wrong with being old. It's actually pretty glamorous. People say it ain't glamorous because you near death. Nah. A lot of people ain't even living as old as you. If you almost 50 already, you are privileged. If you made it to see 50, if you even made it to see 49, you are privileged. You know how many people ain't even living to that long? All these mass shootings, all these people unaliving themselves. Do y'all know the unaliving rate goes up once somebody gets over 35? A lot of Generation X and Xennials have unalived themselves in the 30s. But you didn't. You still here. You didn't join the unalive club of the 30-year-olds that couldn't take the changeover with the internet. You didn't get that shot. You're still here. If you are 35, if you are 38 years old, entering your third chapter, congratulations. You're stronger than a lot of people. And you still praying. You're still doing affirmations. You still working on your gifts. and you 38 years old, you're stronger than a lot of people. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Okay? And if you know heaven is real, if you believe, you know the spirituality is world, spiritual world is real, then the only thing you worried about is the pain of death. And if you worried about being forgiven, all you gotta do is check your scriptures. If your scripture numbers are showing you 8s and 7s and 9s, you was forgiven. So whatever you did that was trifling in your 20s and 30s, if you are seeing 717 and 8s and 9s, and you always seeing 111, you've been forgiven. Somehow the angels wiped the slate clean. Maybe you did something real big. Maybe you made a major sacrifice. You done paid off your karma somehow. You're good. Just don't get any more bad karma. Don't get no more. Okay, don't get no more. And the people from your past, a lot of them is sent back to get you the bad karma again. That's why the devil bring them back into your life. So your slate is dirty all over again. See? If you get lucky, if you get downloads soon as you need them, synchronicity soon as you need them, random money, people charging in to help you, you've been forgiven. If your scriptures numbers say, congratulations, you're doing the right thing, you're staying on the right path, keep up the good work, you're forgiven. It doesn't matter what you did, you're forgiven. And that's even the people that went to jail. You're forgiven. You ain't got to prove it. You ain't got to prove it to nobody that you forgiven. You already did. Otherwise, you wouldn't be seeing scripture numbers that say good job and stuff. Stay on the path and stuff. That means you already proved to the world that you're spiritually rehabilitated. You already did it. You did something that made you spiritually rehabilitated. You don't know why you may never know why you were sinning like that. You may never know why. You may be like, maybe it was me, them, and somebody had me do it. Doesn't matter. You got forgiven for it, and that's it. Now it's time to take your place. Be the older, wise, respectable, disciplined, maybe cocky sometime. You have a right to be cocky. You've been through the fire and back. Okay, you've been beat up, battered, and bruised and everything over like 40 years. If you want to be a little cocky and a little bit saying, I know I'm a master, I'm proud, you can. All masters are like that. When they have climbed so much. There's a reason why Michael Jackson started standing at attention and having everybody stand at attention later in his concert. He climbed. The man was 40 years old, still doing concerts. If he want to stand there and take his damn good time before dancing, he can. He still gave what everybody wanted. Period. Your last chapter is about firm. It's serious. Like Jim Rohn says, that's serious time. You didn't humble yourself enough. You didn't humble it all up. That's why you was making big mistakes. You was a little too humble. You was a little bit too humble. That's why you got yourself in trouble. But in your third chapter, you learning when to be humble and when not. And you know that it's real important to be humble before God. It's important to be humble before God. When you wake up in the morning, when you go and sit down and do your craft, which is God-fearing, that's when you be humble. But when you go out here around people who haven't climbed like you, then they're just going to have to accept it. You're going to say in their face, I have climbed. I'm in the last chapter of my life. And I've done a whole lot of work in this world, and I suffered greatly, and I came out a better person. Show me some respect. I came out a better person. I didn't go out here and I'm not sitting here doing an old person doing criminal activity and running through the porn shops and going to the strip clubs and selling my booty and tricking and all that. I'm not none of that energy. I'm not in none of that energy, and I'm old. And you would think I should be because it's like I'm old, but I'm not. Show me some respect. That's what I said to my daughter. I said, daughter, I don't abuse you. I don't disrespect you. I'm always coming through. I'm always helping you. I'm always there when you call. I said, I was a respectable mom. I never got drunk and got high around you. I didn't bring you around drunks and disrespectful people, streetwalkers, nothing. You was never exposed to that. I always funded your traveling. I let you see the world. I always kept you with fun activities. I said, show me some respect. I said, she said, because she said, I don't have to respect. Oh, you look nice. Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Oh, look at you.
These are the bigger ones. I'll probably wear these ones to work.
That's okay. I'm not used to seeing you with glasses. Oh, look at you. Old school. You got 70s glasses. Ain't they from the 70s?
70s or 80s.
We both in here with 70 glasses on, y'all. Oh, you like your Father's Day gift?
Yeah, thank
You like it? I told you don't worry about the other whatever was left, the other 200 or so. Just go ahead and keep it. Hi, everybody. That's right. My daughter said, I don't got to respect no old person. I said, you got to respect this old person. She said, why do I have to respect an old person? I said, you have to respect me. I earned it. I said, did I ever abuse you, disrespect you? Did I ever leave you hanging? Haven't I always been there for you? That's what I told my daughter. I ran it down. I ran it down. I said, didn't you live a glamorous life? You got to see the world. You got to do everything you wanted to do. My daughter grew up like rich kids. She was spoiled. What?
you. Another one.
Oh, yeah, those is nice too. I think those are going out glasses. The ones you have on
I
now.
was going to wear these ones at home. And,
Yeah.
have my,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the other ones, I think maybe at work. And
Yeah.
these ones, yeah. But you still should wear your glasses when you go out driving. You gonna wear them when you drive?
I wear sunglasses when I drive. 'Cause it's
Oh.
bright.
Well, just be careful. Father's Day, I think, is next month. But I told my daughter, I said, you lived, I made sure that she got to have everything I never had. I made sure. I said, you got everything I never had and everything I wanted or what I had and wanted. Show me some respect. I shut her down. She got quiet. She said, okay, Mom. Sometimes you got to remind people why you deserve respect, you know, in your older years. And you have to tell them, I'm serious because I'm supposed to be. I'm old. Okay? I can have fun, but I have to have God-fearing fun. I have to. So I don't pile up no karma, no bad karma before I bite the dust. Okay? That's the hard part. Okay? Because when you get into your gifts and you get so excited about them in your third chapter, you start to get temptation. The devil sends all kind of temptation. It'll come at all angles at you in your middle age years. Suddenly you got young guys wanting your booty. You got guys from your past. You got girlfriends from your past coming back. You got people trying to get you to waste money. People trying to get you to fight. The police is following you around all the time. People disrespecting you everywhere you go. That's nothing but the book of evil. The parallel universal energy trying to get you to go against the universe energy that God has chosen for you, so that the universal energy that God chosen for you will go against you. In your later years, you a lot of temptation is trying to trick you to go against the universe so that you can pile up karma, and then you get yourself in traps that are harder to get out of because you're old. Okay? A lot of traps are hard to get out of when you're old. But there's traps everywhere for you because the devil think you're vulnerable. The devil's playing on your loneliness. It uses your loneliness as a weapon against you. It uses everything against you. The devil will use anything. You're old, you're bald headed, you're this, that. Look at you. Look what you did in the past. Look what you used to do. Look what your dreams are like. Look at the things you say. It everything. It's just constant. But if you be in the energy that you're supposed to be in when you're old, you silence the devil. You put a sock in his mouth. Okay? The angels will silence him for you. You just have to be honor the energy that you the season that you are in. Respect it. Respect it. Okay? There's a transformation of sexuality and sexiness and masculine energy. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. You're allowed to still be sexy when you're old, but you're not allowed to be trashy sexy. You already had a season for that. Remember that season? That second chapter when you were trashy sexy? That's not your chapter now. That's not your chapter. Remember that? Remember that? It's over. It probably ended when you was 35 at 38. Done. Okay? It's not you saying I'm old and over the hill. It's like I'm climbing a different hill. It still have everything from the other hills. It's just different. It's just a little different. It's just a little different. Okay? It's a little bit different. My sexiness is different than the sexiness from my second chapter. How I make my time count is different. Who I want around me is different. Even the foods that I will choose to eat more often, different. What I consider fun, different. Different. When I was being corrupted and manipulated and brainwashed and stuff, that was some other type of fun. I don't do that fun now. I'm a little bit more woke than my second chapter. It's a different kind of fun now. And tell people that it's not that I'm boring. That's a different type of fun. I'm done with that fun. That game is over. I played that game too many times. That I'm done. It's not that I don't like it. I'm done. Okay, I'm in the sexy classy game now. I'm in the grown and sexy game now. That's a different type of game. I'm in the creative hobby game. I'm in the quiet game. Where we have some quiet a couple hours around each other. Might not say nothing to each other for some hours. I'm in that type of relationship where I want to hear God a lot more than you and anybody else around here. I just like my time with the Lord more often. I'm just keeping it real. It's not that I'm boring. I find that sitting with God is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. All them ideas and downloads I'm getting. All the funny reflection and funny memories coming back. The memories I took for granted that right after they happening, now I see value in them. Now I can see everybody. I can see my mom and dad. It took 2 chapters to see them, but I see them. I see all their suffering. I see what they were hiding from me, who they really was, how fake they were being around me. I can see it all. I liked it when I sit quiet for hours. I see something I never saw before that can protect me, even from me. I like that. I like doing that. I like church a little bit, actually a lot longer than the second chapter. Each day I like church a little bit more. It's fun. It's fun. When I look up the scriptures, it's fun. That's fun to me. So what does the scripture say? What did they say? That's fun. Now I ain't got to hear your mouth and a little dose of your trauma all the time and all your damn BSing and stuff. I don't got to hear nobody's BS to get the scripture. I'm just fine getting the scripture directly from God. Y'all, this is real talk. I like being able to let it flow, go with my own energy. Not having to walk on eggshells with my energy. If I want to bust out singing, I can. I can. I'm old. What you gonna say about me? Why you doing that? You old? Okay, of course I'm doing it. I'm old. I don't give a damn no more. I don't need your approval no more. That's how you know I'm old. That's how you know I didn't tapped into the oldness of my soul. I very seldom need your approval. If I want to get it done, I'm gonna get it done butt naked, whatever, however way I want to get it done, whatever. Not be hit at everything. I'm gonna get it done. Don't care. That's why I started showing up. That's why I started showing up on this channel any way I want. I feel like it. I don't feel like dressing up. I'm not. Somebody on this channel said, how come you don't ever dress up when you get on video? Because I don't feel like dressing up for strangers all the time. What do you think this is? A strip show? What do you think this is? Victoria's Secret on ice or something? No, this ain't what this is. I came to deliver. And because I'm into God and the Lord, I'm going to deliver the way that God say I can. And God say I can deliver in a sweatsuit. God say I can deliver in what's making me comfortable in my soul. And I am comfortable with myself and I have respect. So I will show up looking like this. Okay? I'm not looking for a second, third, fourth, fifth husband. So I'm going to show up in respectable appearance. Comfortable. If it looks comfortable, it's respectable. So I'm showing up looking comfortable. Ain't nothing comfortable looking with shorts up the crack of your butt. Okay? Cleavage down to here showing. That ain't comfortable. Come on, y'all. Y'all know y'all worried about a nipple slipping out. I'm worried my nipple might slip out. No, that's not comfortable. That's not comfortable. See-through leggings. You know you worried if somebody gonna see the true lumps and stretch marks in your butt and all that. That's why you wearing double leggings and panty liners and panties that don't got no lining. No, you know that ain't comfortable. If you got to do all that to wear that, it's because it's not comfortable. And if it's not comfortable, it's not respectable. Jeans are not comfortable, so it's not respectable. I don't care what nobody say. Blue jeans is not respectable. If they're tight on a woman or tight on a man, they're not respectable. God is not respecting that. Your body is private. Your clothes need some breathing room to it, something. You know? Start hiding a lot of your body. That's respectable. People will take you serious. People don't take you serious when you're showing too much all the time. Like literally, if you want to show the shape of your butt, why you got to show the shape of your legs? If you got to show the shape of your thighs, why you got to show the shape of your butt? Why you need to show the whole shape of your leg? Ain't nothing comfortable about that. And come on, y'all. Y'all women be faking it out here. It's comfortable. No, it ain't. Having the wind the wind between your legs is comfortable. Having the wind between your legs is comfortable. Breathing room, plenty of it. That's comfortable. That's the season you need to be in. If you're over 38, get in that season so you can have some peace. Have some peace with your energy. Why you want somebody chasing your body and you know you old and you ain't even trying to waste yourself no more? You know you're going to shut people down. I ain't trying to waste myself. Okay, obviously, then why are you playing with somebody's energy? Stop showing it all. Stop showing it all the time. Serious. Yeah, I'm done with jeans. Out of here. It better be super cold. It better be like 10, 20 below. Or you won't catch me with no jeans. Right now, look what I'm wearing. I'm wearing loose, baggy, spring pants, spring sweatpants. No, for cool days. No, I'm out of here. I'm done. Even if you wear sheer tops, why we gotta show this though, y'all? Come on now. Why can't you show arms? Why you gotta show breasts though? Like for real. What you trying to do? Confuse somebody? That's why don't nobody care about your gifts. Don't nobody care about my gifts. That's why they ain't gonna care about it. You got cleavage in their face. They distracted. People sit up there saying, don't nobody care about my poetry. Why the hell would they? You didn't train them to care about your body. This is why in India, they want the women covered up because they want the men to care about who they are, to care about how they can cook, to care about how they can weave and sew and create, to focus on that. I agree with 50 Cent where he said, if your biggest asset is your body, then you falling behind. I agree with 50 Cent on that. If you out here showing it all like it's your biggest asset, good luck with that third chapter. You're going to get way more demons. Way more demons coming for you. And you're going to be complaining all the time. Some miserable old lady complaining all the time. I'm tired of these men. These men is toxic. These dudes is toxic. These women is toxic. It's toxic. That's all you're going to be saying all day long. You're sick of your neighbors hating on you. Cover it up. Getting jealous. You're tired of jealous energy about your body. Cover it up. You're tired of people being jealous of your gifts. Stop talking about it. Just sell your gifts and keep your mouth shut. Be Cillian Murphy. You know the actor Cillian Murphy? He don't talk about nothing. He just sell it and move on. He does his acting gigs and move on. Put on your comfortable clothes and move on. Semi-fitted clothes. Clothes that fit, but not clothes that look like they're about to rip. Make it make sense, y'all. Like, make it make sense. Wearing clothes that look like they're about to rip. No. If you do the arm test like this and it's about to go up, your shirt about to go up here. If you go like this and everything about to fall out, no. No, y'all. No, y'all. You can't expect to be gifted. You too focusing on this. And your metaphysical space is a pole dancer. That's who you are. And your metaphysical realm is a stripper. A low-key stripper. A stripper in training. That's who you are. Y'all, I'm just keeping it real. I get triggered every time my daughter come in here with the shortest tank tops on. These tank tops she wear be up to here. I be like, a couple times I said, wow. I couldn't even help myself. She was like, Mom, this is how we dress. I said, and you want somebody to care about your cooking, right? You want a man that care about what you can do. I do this to my daughter. Y'all, one time I'm going to put the camera on so y'all can see when she walk in. I be like, wow. Oh my gosh. I find it disrespectful to your parents. It's disrespectful. Your parents didn't give you a body to disrespect and to disrespect them with it. Because if I wanted to see a half naked person in my face, I would go to the stripper club. I shouldn't be having my kids showing up as like stripper energy. Get away from me, y'all. That literally triggers me. It triggers me. Okay, it triggers me. Because I didn't dress my daughter like that. She picked up that energy from her boyfriend. Okay, she was dressed like a little lady, dresses, whatever. When my daughter went to the prom, she was Moana. Everybody was like, "Your daughter is like Moana at the prom." I said, "What y'all think she was gonna be? Stripper?" I did not send my daughter with those super tight dresses on to the prom. I was like, "No, she ain't. She gonna buy her own prom dress then." She said, "But mom, I want to look a little bit sexy." I said, "You can show a little bit of shoulder and a little bit of tummy. A little bit of tummy. But we ain't doing cleavage and we ain't doing saran wrap dresses. You're not going to the prom in a dress that looked like it was made out of saran wrap. We're not doing it." Okay? When we went to pick out her prom dress, I was like, "Nope, none of those. None. None." I hate going to. I wanted her to go like a straight up, Princess Cinderella, but she was like, "No." I told her, I said, "Do you know that some of those high school jockeys may become your husband, may want to be your husband one day, and so you want them to want to spend money on you, real money. Half naked women don't get real money. They don't get longevity money. They don't get showered with endless gifts. They don't. They don't get more money in gifts than Cinderella." And that's just the real talk. Okay, the half naked women get knockoffs, momentarily gifts, but the women that can have self preservation to them can get a lot more. They get a lot of proposals. I've had a lot of proposals. I was getting marriage proposals when I was 18, young. But I was always 95% of the time a Cinderella type of girl most of the time. Like, even when I would go out, the most I might show is I should show a little bit of tummy here. That's it. Like, like a little space of tummy or some little bit of my shoulders. I have a picture of me at Kennywood with my sister. And we could have wore some real sexy stuff, but we didn't. We had on bodysuits with no cleavage showing, and all we showed was our arms, okay, and that was it. That was pretty much it. And we used to wear skirts over our leggings. I'm trying to understand why so many women is out here wearing some dance leggings. Dance leggings is not for the streets. I took dance. I could spot dance leggings in a minute. There should be a law against them. They weren't supposed to be out here. That was prostitution, y'all. When I was growing up, only people that wore dance leggings without a skirt over it was prostitutes. If you're trying to tap into your inner power, can't do it that way. You know? Respect too. What about that? You could be gifted all you want to be, but what about respect? If somebody don't respect you, they're not gonna buy your stuff. They're gonna get it elsewhere. And you learn that when you get in that third chapter, that self-respect takes you even further. You learn that. Normally a lot of people don't learn that till after like 35. You know, it's sad that a lot of them, because we all been corrupted by technology. When we grew up, we had MTV, BET. We still had videos corrupting us. So when we get older, when you get older, you're like, I didn't get very far with no respect. I didn't get very far. That's how you look back. You look back on your 20s and your 30s and be like, I didn't get as far as I could have if I had respect. Yo, I watched that movie um Pretty Lethal. Okay, the creator had me watch that movie yesterday. Pretty Lethal is a wonderful example of how if you're not careful about who you deal with, you will block your dreams. Okay? Y'all see how the girls I'm not going to ruin the movie, but some of y'all women who want to watch a good movie on the weekend, Pretty Lethal is a good movie to watch. It's a new movie. And it's about a bunch of ballerinas that got to fight for their life or whatever. I like the movie because I find that the movie really teaches the difference between the older generation, older than me, and how they was so much under their parents' wing, how that actually could have worked against them. The movie is a fine example of um, finding your way, finding your own group, finding your own family right when you build your dreams. How your family is actually the people who built your dreams with you. Okay, that's your family. And if you don't think that that's your family, the universe is going to show you that that's your family. Because every time you go back to the family and friends that didn't build with you, it blows up in your face. Just like some of y'all are my family in here. Love the Most High as my family. Okay. There's a lot of people in here that's my family. I don't need to know all about your childhood and all that to know that you're my family. You build with me. You build me. Like you're helping to build my life, build my dreams. So you are my family. So I need to move on, stay away from the other family that just jumped into my damn life without an invitation. Without even y'all, half of y'all family showed up empty handed. That is deep, y'all, though. That's deep. That is deep. Y'all had to pay, your family had to pay for a whole baby shower just for somebody to bring something to the table. That is so deep, y'all. That is so deep. Like your mom had to say, I'll feed all of y'all at the baby shower, entertain y'all if y'all bring a baby shower gift. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's just straight up crazy. But after that, everybody gone. Everybody like, I'll just keep keep hoovering. Some of y'all been hoovered so much by y'all family that y'all don't even see that they not your family. You know, coming and going, coming and going. Family members doing it. You don't hear from them in 6 months and then, hey, how you doing? No, I disagree with Lynn Richardson about that. I disagree with that. I disagree that people can go ahead and disappear on you all year long and then call and say, how you doing? No, I'm good. Nope. So they just gone for all the hard seasons and they only come back when the seasons is working for them. Calling me only when everything's working out or for them or when things are working out for me that they need help. When they need help, only calling in? No, y'all. Excuse me. No, y'all. Sometimes just ask them, like before you even entertain people, be like, why you come back, bruh? What's going on in your life? You got a job? You making money? Things working out for you? If they be like, no, I don't got my car no more. I'm facing homelessness. If they run down a whole bunch of stuff, click. No. 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 They could have been doing tariffs on you and they just coming back because they know that you can get them out their situation. No. Yep. Family is consistent. I don't care. I don't care who they are. I don't care how long I know the person. If they're not consistent, nope. I already know you something by the devil. The opposite of God is inconsistency. God is consistent. Opportunities come weekly. They don't come one day out of a month. The creator's like, I keep on bringing them every week because I'm consistent. Even if your family don't talk to you the same amount of time as before, they should still be talking to you. For real. How many times y'all call y'all family and it seems like you the only one calling them? All of a sudden they have this month where they're too busy to talk. They got to get off the phone a lot. They got to go. They're not answering their phone. And then out of the blue, magically, 2 months later, they're answering their phone. No. Mm-mm. That's right. I can't all this. We just go to church on Sunday. You mean we go? You mean you came to your dumpster? That's what you did. You came to your dumpster. You came. You know what? I'll see you at church then. How about that? Yo, I ain't heard from you all week. Then I'll see you at church. We ain't riding together to church. We ain't marching off the church together. I'll see you across the rows at church. I'll look over there and see you over there in the other row at church. That's how we gonna work. You know, seriously. Yeah, Big Mama, that's right. You should people to check in with you. I feel like this. 3 days a week, we should be talking at least. 3 days a week at least. If we ain't talking at least 3 days a week, man, go ahead. Okay, if you ain't checking in with me and I can't check in with you because you're toxic, if I can't check in with you because you're toxic, then you need to go and I need to go. But if you ain't checking in with me and you know I'm always there for you, I'm always listening to your problems, I'm always coming through, and you cannot check in on me 3 days a week, I'll see you at church. We do not go to church together. You're another church person in the church. That's who you are. You could be a random beggar out on these streets in the church. That's who you are. Y'all, I keep it real. I keep it real. That's who you are. I'm going to treat you just like I treat somebody randomly in these streets at the church. Hello, fellow church person. Hi, it was a good sermon today. God bless you. That's the energy I'm going to be in. From a distance. Bye. I saw you at church today. Bye. And while I'm driving away, you don't get none of my business. You do not get none of my business. People stay trying to reunite with people on Sunday, trying to catch up on somebody's business. No, you ain't catching up on my business at the luncheon at church. No, you ain't. You could have been in my business all week, and I could have been in yours 3 days a week. You didn't want me in your business. That's why. So you want to come at me at the luncheon on church and ask me 1,001 questions. How's the daughter? How's the mama? What is this? What, I'm trying to get into the military or something? It seems like I'm filling an application to work for the government the way you ask me all these questions at the luncheon at church. What, I'm trying to work for Congress or something? All these questions. Y'all know. Some of y'all don't know how comical my videos can get. My live videos, y'all. Some of y'all got to check out my video. I got a real funny video on this channel where I'm talking about it's too expensive to live now. That video real funny. I had people hollering in here. No, people really be in that energy. You see them at the luncheon. Instead of talking about the minister's sermon, they ask you a bunch of questions. They go on all the way out the door to the car, all the way to the car. They're asking you questions. Then they want to say, why don't you come over? Why don't you come over and have a couple of drinks with me? They ask you some more questions. I'm like, I'm not going to your house after church. I already ate. What do I need to come to your house? Why don't you come to the house and have some iced tea to cool down after church? Because it was hot up in the church today. Woo! The devil energy came through the church today. It was so hot. Come over and have some cold iced tea. No, so you can get some more the dirtiest business. You want me to get down and dirty with my business because I'm at your house drinking iced tea. No. them women be like, woo, the fan wasn't even working in church today. Why don't you come home? I did was demons jumping out of everybody in the church, and I almost melted. Shit. I felt like a popsicle melting down to the ground up in church today. All them demons that was coming out of everybody. Why don't you come over to my house and have some iced tea? I done made some cookies from scratch. I got some leftovers that I made for the kids yesterday. Come on over and have some iced tea and some of my homemade chocolate chip cookies as a little treat. And me and you can talk, and get caught up. I'm like, what you mean get caught up? We got caught up when we got the Holy Ghost in us in church. Didn't you see the demons coming out of me? When I was praying in church and crying and shouting and, oh, praise. Okay, you felt it. I don't need to tell you no more about my life after church. You saw when I gave confirmation for the minister what I'm dealing with. Y'all, when the minister said, the devil want to rob you of your fortune. And you heard me say, praise God, praise God. You knew then what I was going through. So why you asking me my business? When the minister said, some of y'all in here got family bearing false witness on you. And you saw me say, tell it, Reverend. Tell it, Reverend. When you saw me do that, you knew my business then. You knew my business, so you should not be asking me my business after church. We do not need to do church part 2. What do you think this is? A movie we filming here? This ain't no movie. There's no part 2. Okay? Let me recover from these demons getting out of me. Show up when I need the next demon to come out of me before Sunday. I needed these demons out on Tuesday. Where were you? You say you so saved. You've been with the church for like 30 years, right? You done born and raised and was baptized in that church. I needed this demon out of me and out of my life on Tuesday. Why didn't you call me then? Why didn't you call me then? You say you got the spirit of discernment. You can sense when people going through stuff. You're Christian. Okay. Then you should have called my phone. God should have made you call my phone. Like, I should have came to your mind. My name should have came to your mind, and you should have called my phone on Tuesday when I was wrestling with that demon. You should have called me Tuesday night and said, I'm calling to pray for you because I got a bad feeling. You all right? And I would have said, I fought a demon all day long. See? You say that you're saved. You're saved like the Reverend. You're as saved as the Reverend because you've been going to the same church since the last Reverend was there. That's how long you've been going to that church. You've been going to that church since 3 Reverends came through there. You done buried 3 Reverends at that church. What are you, like 8 or something? Come on through. Okay? Once somebody get over 70, they owe this world, they owe the world church energy every week, not every Sunday. Okay? You should be going ham with the church energy. Once you hit that 70 mark, you should be like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? That's it. Or take them to church with your art. The God should be telling you what the world is dealing with that week, and you need to do some art and send it to everybody's email box in the family. God told me that we got to start sticking together and fight these demons as a team. So I wrote a poem today about us fighting demons together. So I'm sending this poem in the messenger. I'm DMing this poem to everybody in the family. And I'm not waiting for Reverend to come through. I'm not. I was at the church when the last Reverend was there. Y'all, I was having a conversation the other day. Somebody said, when was your grandmother your step grandmother was at the church? They said the last. I said no, my step grandmother was going to that church when the last two reverends was there. She was going. She been there since three reverends. I said my step grandmother-in-law is over 100 years old now. Could y'all believe that my stepdad's grandmother is over 100 years old? That's a long time. But you know what? She was a serious woman. I know y'all think the serious people don't live long, but actually they do. She didn't have time for games, and she didn't do BS. And she demanded respect for her house, and she demanded respect for her when you came in her house. Everybody was scared to disrespect her because she taught people how to treat her early on. The Creator gave her 100 years. And so that's what I'm saying. Okay? Teach people how to treat you so that you don't block your blessings. And that means you got to carry yourself like you're not about there's time for games. Okay? If I'm going to play some toxic games, it's going to be in the privacy of my house, out of people's prying eyes, and I'm going to be able to between me and God. I ain't dragging nobody else into toxic games. If I'm going to do that, and I'm going to pay the bill the next day, I'm not going to wait till church to pay the bill. I'm not waiting till Sunday. How's somebody going to turn up and get all wasted and trifling and toxic on Tuesday, but wait till Sunday? What? You going to let that demon sit in you for 3 days? No. Y'all make it make sense. If you're doing something demonic, you need to get the demon out ASAP. If you can't wait for Sunday. You can't even wait for Saturday. Okay? If that demon coming in you on Monday, you better be immediately trying to get it out when you wake up the next day. You need to go full throttle. First of all, you're paying all the reverend's bills. He need to be available around the clock. A reverend need to be more available than a damn doctor. Period. Period. We talking about demonic energy here. So the reverend needs to be on a 13-hour shift, 14-hour shift. He ain't got to work. You're paying all his bills. You're paying for his fancy car. You're paying for his fancy house. You're paying everything for him. You should be able to call him 6 a.m. in the morning and say, Reverend, I've been fighting a demon all night. Now you won't get your reverend wife on the phone. Now you gonna get one of your sisters on the phone. But somebody getting on this phone. Rent's due, Reverend. Rent's due. Rent's due, boo. Rent's due. I paid your rent, you pay mine. I need to live in this body in peace. Now come on, Reverend, come through. Come through. I can't wait. Tell the reverends. Start telling the reverends. Because every time you take your good old time with getting demons out of you, guess what? That's the longer it takes to get your fortune. Just keep that in mind. The longer the delay, the longer the delay. So you tell the Reverend, I got to get this demon out tonight. If I don't get this demon out tonight, I'm not going to wake up and write my book. I'm going to be hungover, disgusted, appalled, demonic. I'm not going to be motivated. My faith is going to be too shook. I'm not going to get this book done, Reverend. You say we all got a destiny, we all got a purpose. Now get this demon out of me so I can do my purpose like you doing yours. Tell the Reverend, do you care about my purpose? Do you care about it? What would tell the Reverend? What would Jesus do? Jesus would stop what he doing and get the demon out, right? He wouldn't wait till Sunday. He would see it as a spiritual emergency. When you get over 35, you better start treating demonic energy as a spiritual emergency, y'all. Start saying, like, this is full alert. World War II. World War II is breaking out. Literally, tell people, I can't talk to you right now. Demonic energy's coming for me. I gotta put up defenses. Talk to you in a little bit. Unless you won't come fight this demon with me, I gotta talk to you later. That's how you gotta treat it. Because it's still your time. Demons' main job is to steal years of your life. Demons want you to die. They want you to die before you fulfill your purpose. That's one of the missions of evil energy. It wants to keep you locked in a loop of getting nowhere with your goals and stuff. Just always and nowhere. Always thinking that you're going to leap and do it and don't do it. It wants you to be in that energy. One hit at a time, you can get rid of a demon. You can't achieve your dreams. You can't get it gifted. One hit at a time. 3 times a day, punch the demon in the gut. Serious. Hit back. 1 time a day. You know how I hit back? If I can't write, I read. I read literature. Because for me, since it's my gift and spiritualism, if I am not delivering spiritualism, I am receiving it. See? And so the demons say, that was a hit. You might have only did it for 20 minutes, but you still hit me. That's what y'all, I can't, y'all. That's what the demons say. The demons say, sis, now you didn't hit me 1 time, 3 times a day for the last 7 days. I'm going to go ahead and leave you alone. The demon be like, I'm going to go ahead and leave you alone. I'm tired of you. I want you weak. I'm not nourished and fed unless you weak, unless you completely surrender. I'm not nourished and fed. I got to go somewhere else. Serious. This is why you gotta have something that you want to bring to the world. That's how you hit back. That's how you hit all your enemies back. They may not know what the backlash energy is coming from, but it's coming from you. They got spiritual cords on you. They feeling sick, hurt. For some reason, I feel sick. For some reason, yeah, because I punched you in your gut, bruh. Your enemies are sitting there out of nowhere saying, ooh, my stomach started hurting. Ooh. Woo, why did my hand start hurting? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you doing this through the web. Pow! That's what you're doing. See? As a matter of fact, think of your enemies and let them be your motivation. So that you can punch them back. Say, you tore me down. Watch what I do. I might not be strong enough to fight you for an hour, but I could fight you for 5 minutes. I could fight you for 5 minutes. Okay? You're going to feel like it's a lifetime because you're not used to me fighting you every day. You're not used to me fighting you every day, so you're going to feel it, brah. You're going to feel it. So I'm going to think about you. And I'm going to say, this one's for you. This one's for you. This next poem I write I'm hitting back. See, your dreams is your way of fighting back. Every instrument that the Creator chooses you to master is a weapon. It's a weapon. We are here to learn what it's like to fight war inside of a human body. Because this war is never going to end as long as there is energy and spirit. It's never going to end. So you might as well realize that this is nothing but a war zone. That is what it is. And every time you use your magical instruments to create and deliver, you are participating in the Game of Thrones for God. You are participating. Even if you only got off the bench for 5 minutes. Okay, you can't get fired if you played for 5 minutes, they ain't gonna kick you off the baseball team. Okay? You gave it all you got. You used your best tactic. You used the best of the best that you got. When you couldn't use nothing else, you used what you could. So you hit the energy, boom. You know, um, the dark planet. You said, "Pow, get back." See, collectively, every hit that we do count. But if a lot of us aren't hitting back by pursuing our dreams, then the dark dimension is winning. Okay, so it's not just about getting rich. It's about making sure that the suffering doesn't go on horrifically nonstop. You are fighting back so you and others can have a break from suffering as well, so that future generations can suffer a little less. So your grandkids can suffer less than you, or they'll find a way to at least not surrender or bow to the suffering. You're showing your future generations that there is a way through. There is a way through. I'm going to show you what's through. You got to know how to hit and get away with it. I'm hitting with the good. I'm hitting with light bombs. I'm hitting with inspiration. When 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 mass amount of people say you ain't chosen, you ain't favored, I got proof. When somebody say you'll never beat that demon, say I'm beating the demon one hit at a time, baby. One hit at a time. If it's an alcohol demon, I'm drinking less and less. There's a family member of mine who smoked for 30 something years of their life and they just quit smoking. That's a long time to be smoking. Like almost 40 years. Almost 40 years they've been smoking and they quit. You know what they quit? Know how they quit? One patch at a time. Took them 3 months, but they did it. They stuck with it. They invested in all the stuff that would help them quit. Patches. They was meditating. They was going on walks. They was being more positive. They was hydrating. They was doing self-care more. They was avoiding toxic people. Okay, every single day, 3 times a day was one hit at a time. One hit at a time. I watched them do this. They said, I'm putting my patch on, going for a walk. I'm going to go stand in the sun. I said, okay, enjoy your quiet time. Enjoy your quiet time. And then I strengthened their hit. I made their hit stronger. I hit for them. Some days I hit for them. I said, you got this. You're doing good. Keep at it. That was me making their fists bigger. And 3 months they did it. Now they're like, I'm done. No more smoking. No more smoking. I don't want to smoke anymore. So see what I'm saying? Um, that's how I quit hanging out in the bars and getting drunk all the time. I started going to my laptop and writing. I started saying, I'm not gonna buy no liquor, but I'm not gonna go to the bar. I'll just go and write. I'll just sit down and write. I'll just sit down and write. 2 a.m. I was writing. 1 a.m., 12 a.m. Till finally, all of a sudden, I just didn't want to go to the bars anymore. Just didn't care. Didn't want to go out drinking. I didn't care. And ever since then, I don't care to get drunk, y'all. I'm not interested in getting drunk. I broke the demon of lushness. The demon of lush. There's a lush demon. Like there's a greed demon. See, I hit that demon of lush repeatedly every day that it didn't even want to get me drunk no more. It said no. Okay. I just beat the demon of cookie, cake, and pies. I just beat that one. You know how I beat that one? Leaving no room for it. That's how I did. One morning at a time. One morning at a time. I said, eventually my cake got smaller and smaller. Till now, I can only eat a piece of cake this small. Cake tastes disgusting to me now. Cake, literally, it's like, ah. The other day I tried to eat a little piece of cake. I was like, ugh. I even tried to see if I could eat a whole piece of cake, y'all. I was like, ooh, this is disgusting. I was ready to, y'all, I started feeling sick and everything because there's demonic energy attached to cake for me. Okay, maybe it ain't for you, but for me. All right. When I grew up, when I was depressed or sad, my dad always made cake. He thought he was doing right, but he didn't even know that he was opening me up to a demon. Okay, cake, cookies and cakes and stuff became like alcohol to an alcoholic. That's what it became to me, y'all. It became so toxic that my mother was like worried. We would go to the grocery store in the bakery department, and I would be like, "Mom, bakery, bakery." It was like I was a crackhead. Mama, go ahead over there. She would say, "I'm worried about you. You always the way you act around bakery goods, the way you always want to go to the bakery." My mom was like, "I'm worried. I don't like the energy I'm getting when you're around the bakery." Okay, so you know what I started doing? I started going in the stores in a different door. I don't. I go when I go in Walmart. I use the door on the other side. One morning at a time, I beat the cake demon. There's the day demon of sweets, the sweet demon. A lot of kids got that demon following them around. Sometimes that demon will be with you all the way from your childhood to adult years, like it was with me. What I did every morning is I started making sure that by lunchtime I've eaten a lot of food. I've had at least 1,400 calories or 13. I know some of y'all are like, that's a lot of food. But here's the thing. If I don't eat a lot of healthy food by 12 o'clock, then the demon of sweets gets me. So it'll get closer to me. It'll get closer to me. So if I don't leave any room in my stomach for it, if I don't leave any desire for it, then it doesn't win. So what I started doing is eating two nice hearty meals by like 1 o'clock. Okay. So basically my dinner meal is only about 400 calories at the most. So, see what I'm saying? um so I figured out that the demon of cake was getting me close to lunchtime. It would always try to get me between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. or 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. So I knew if I had a full stomach and no desire for cake at that time, I would win. So I eliminated the option of ever wanting cake. So what I did is even if I felt like I wanted something sweet before 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, I would have yogurt, chocolate yogurt. See, and by that time, when the cake demons show up by 12 or 1 o'clock, it's too late. He's like, I'm late. Dang, you had yogurt. See what I'm saying? Hi, everybody. Oh, hi, wake up. Hi, wake up. Somebody said in Paris. Somebody always saying in Paris. You must be a synchronicity. The creator told me I'm supposed to go to Paris, y'all. Wake up. Hi, wake up. Maybe I'm supposed to work with you, wake up. Because you keep on saying stuff that's a synchronicity for me. You might be important for my creative destiny. Because that is so funny that you said Paris. I was literally watching movies that's in Paris. And somebody said, see what I'm saying about how the creator don't make no mistakes? I was literally watching movies this week that was filmed in Paris. And then somebody say Paris in here. Hi, everybody. What do you do? Wake up. Wake up. Email me because I need to know what you do. What you're into. What creative stuff you're into. Because that's weird. I literally was watching a film. My last two films that I watched was filmed in the UK. See what I'm saying? The creator don't make no mistakes, y'all. Yeah, jeans is I'm against jeans, y'all. I'm not pro jeans no more. Not for women. I'm good. I don't even want to see them no more. Jeans, I wear jeans as a last resort. I would rather wear I would rather walk around I would rather wear my pajamas outside than some damn jeans. I'm breaking a whole. Did y'all ever notice how demonic jeans is? That once you start buying jeans, you can't stop. Once you wear jeans, it's like you can't stop wearing them. That's demonic to me, y'all. Knowing that it's showing everything. I mean, you can literally see everything. You can see the shape of somebody's genitals, everything. Yet people be addicted to wearing them. I think that jeans is only supposed to be wore if they're baggy. You know, like the Asian people wear. You ever notice like they wear those bell bottom pants, those wide length pants, and their shirts are always a little long. The Asian women, their baggy jean pants aren't gripping their butt cheeks super tight. Yeah. I'm really trying to avoid that Western energy. I'm like purging my whole life from that, y'all. The baddie makeup and all that, like, no, a little bit of makeup, a little bit of lip gloss, little bit, just a little bit. I'm trying to get away from all that baddie stuff. I had a couple years in that energy. There was nothing cute. There wasn't nothing cute about it. I thought it was cute though. Hi everybody. I gotta get ready to go. I was chilling with y'all today. I know y'all like, please don't go, Miss V. But I gotta go, y'all, okay? I gotta go. All right, bye everybody. See y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.